Welcome to the first of potentially many Madden 26 speed rebuilds here on the channel. I wanted to start out with a sort of special team because A, the last time we rebuilt the Steelers, there was a little bit of a different trajectory than the team has right now, and B, obviously a massive primetime matchup between the Steelers and the Packers for multiple reasons. Of course, Green Bay hasn't beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh since the 70s. More importantly, Rodgers faces his former team. Been 3 years since he's had anything to do with the Packers, and also has the chance to become the 5th player, I believe, to beat all 32 teams. Of course, this is the Pittsburgh Steelers, a team that I still think, I got a lot of flack for kind of, crapping on them a little bit last time. I still think there's some concern, but they obviously have played well enough to get some wins in there. But yeah, there is still some concern, and obviously for a speed rebuild team, this is actually not a bad team because there is quite a bit you can upgrade. I definitely am not going to change Rodgers, though. We're not going to trade for the quarterback position. I think an 80 overall, 41-year-old. You can't really get much better value than that. If I try to trade for a star dev 22-year-old 80 overall, it would cost me a fortune. So I think the overall is fine. Offensive line, obviously, I could definitely make some improvements. Left tackle, right guard. Wide receivers, obviously, wide receiver 2/3. Running back, possibly, if we can find the right piece. And then defensively, we got a lot going on here that's good. So maybe a DT, a safety or two, a linebacker, possibly a corner could be in the works. Obviously, the thing with these rebuilds, we're going to have 10 minutes on the clock to make any trade, and I mean it, any trade we can pull off to make the team a Super Bowl champion with one season. So if I had to trade TJ Watt for an 88 overall edge rusher, a 90 overall tackle, and like a 86 overall safety, I will do that. Even though, I don't want to trade a guy like TJ Watt. Of course, I don't think that's going to actually happen, but you never know. Another big thing to note is that I do have to have the trade difficulty on easy because the game has actually gotten a little bit better over the years for not being able to cheese the AI. If you remember the old golden days of trading for Quentin Nelson for like a 6th-round pick, those days are obviously over. The problem is they're a little overtuned, whereas you look at real life, the 2023, I think it was, trade of Jalen Ramsey from the Rams to the Dolphins. It was like a 3rd-round pick for Jalen Ramsey. Back then, if I try to trade for Jalen Ramsey even now, where he is about the same overall, but several years older, it's taken at least 2 top 15 draft picks. So to have a little bit of fun, to be able to even do this, we will have the trade difficulty on 10 minutes. So, of course, we're going to have those 10 minutes on the clock. Again, if you guys want to see more of these, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notification all so you know when the next upload is up. Follow me on Twitter, JeromepkR, second channel, PKR Plays, and I'm adding content. But the biggest thing you do is let me know which team you would like to see next, and if you have an idea for a challenge for a speed rebuild, let me know. We will have another video later today as well, Panthers franchise, and then tomorrow, just a standard rebuild, probably a little bit later in the day. So a ton of content. Oh, also, I don't know, brand new series on Monday, so a lot of stuff going on. But without any further ado, we'll have 10 minutes on the clock, and just for strategy, I'm not going to be thinking, what left guard, who's a good left guard? I'm probably just going to be spamming through the positions and be like, oh yeah, that's the guy I want. So yeah, I think it's overthinking if I do it any other way. Regardless, let's get into this. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, we wanted a left guard, I think, as our first positional need. So we will be looking for left guard. Oh, well, Joel Bitonio, how are you? They need a center. Do we have a center? We do not want to give him Fautanu. Right tackle, I don't know. That's not even Fautanu. It's Frazier. Running back. I'm a little rusty. What about wide receivers? I don't care about these guys. So easy is giving me easy vibes, let me tell you. I am getting pretty easy vibes. The problem is if I show you the normal sliders, I have to give him a 2nd-round pick and like a player for Bitonio, which in fairness, he probably is worth that, but we see the trades real life. It's not usually like that. There you go. You got one trade down. Still need more. You still have that going to the main menu thing after a trade, which is fantastic. I definitely wanted at least one more lineman as well. Maybe 2. We'll see. We obviously like Bitonio quite a bit. Tyler's great. Dickerson's got the contract, so it's going to be even harder to trade for him. What about, since we're here, let's actually see, because I see Taylor Moton always gets sent away for nothing. Pat Freiermuth, that gives me hope that we can maybe make a trade. Again, we got to keep in track of what we're getting rid of. Oh, wow, that's maybe never going to happen, huh? Let's see, 2nd-round pick. That is doable. Is it worth that much for a lineman, though? I mean, again, I've always said it. I think overall is what gets you wins. It's not actually how they play. So if you have a 99 overall that plays really badly, it's still better than having, a 70 overall that gave up like no sacks. As we are losing so much valuable time here. 2 minutes gone for 2 players. We got to get to the wide receiver position. There is, about to say, I just passed a Sutton. That is one of the guys I'm kind of really thinking is going to be our guy. I see Pickens go to free agency a lot. No trade offers. We'll have to see if that's true. We do have some extra safety, so we can throw those out there for now. Okay, that is crazy. The value, though. Like, they're willing to get rid of him for nothing, whereas, like, a random tackle... Oh, my lord. Either way, even if it's too crazy, again, I tried to go for Sutton as a full disclosure. I tried to give them an 82 overall player and a first-round pick. Did not work. Yet Pickens goes for next to nothing. I feel like there's just such a big gap in between. Do we get rid of all 3 running backs to try and get a better running back? Let's see. Cook is good. I really like Jonathan Taylor and Sim. ETN maybe. Josh, I don't want a superstar, though. Costs more to have a superstar. Kyron Williams, not bad, but I do like Kenneth, though. Let's see what Kenneth is asking. Okay, so there's a chance. We could try it on normal next one, but I kind of also wanted to come out with a bang for this, the first episode of, again, hopefully many. We've already wasted 3 minutes, and we haven't really made many moves, so even if the trade value is a little off, it doesn't seem like we're really moving the needle a whole lot here. And we are giving them some quantity, but yeah, they're not really feeling it. We got to get rid of someone here. I think Kenneth's probably worth the least. Johnny, okay, that opens the door a little bit. Again, it's really nice that we have all these draft picks. Might have overtraded with that 4th. No, we didn't. Let's give him a 3rd. Obviously, future picks are... Oh, there you go. Moving. There you go. So you get Kenneth Walker. You lose the depth at running back. I will say we always make it where you can sign any free agent that is 70 overall or less. What else do we want? Tight end. I don't know if we need tight end. We got our wide receiver. DT is definitely a positional need. Who's like a DT that's good, but he's on the verge of retirement? Buckner, but he's a superstar. I might come back to Buckner. It is a nose tackle type, so it is not a guy that's probably going to pass rush super well. Who do we got? Jonathan Allen. I doubt they're going to give me something for him. Yeah, I mean, look how much they want. That's a lot. Corner. Slay is good value, so I'd prefer to keep Slay unless we get a replacement for him, which right now I don't know if that's going to happen. Yeah, we're gonna have to go for a normal dev. We're gonna go to Seattle, I think. That's gonna be our move. I just hope Rodgers is good enough to carry this team. Not that there's really much of a carry per se, but we're not gonna be able to fill the roster up perfectly. Kenneth, maybe they want tight end. We still have Darnell. They're not really carrying too much. Again, we still have our first round picks, which is worth a lot. Damn, see, trades like these where it's just like, we're not doing anything to make this happen. This is where that normal trade value or the normal... We could actually go Fautano because he isn't exactly the best right now. Yeah, that's where that normal trade difficulty would be pretty much impossible to get someone even like Leonard, who's, he's good, but he's not that good, in my opinion. I don't think that's going to happen. This is... Oh, no, it's so close. Actually, it would be Gainwell. That would be worth the least, I'd imagine. But we need DT pretty bad, so even though it's costing us a bit here... Oh, wow, he's worth that much to them? I'm just confused. I almost said tricked, but that doesn't really make any sense. Do we have another 4th? Oh, we don't have another 4th. We're going to have to just do something crazy here. 2 seconds. That's probably an overtrade in the end. It's definitely an overtrade, but I think we could have maybe even got it in this realm cheaper. So looking at what we need, quarterback's fine, running back's fine, wide receivers aren't great, but they're fine. Could maybe double up tight end, even though I like Pat Freiermuth to improve. Maybe throw Herbig on there. I don't know who the tight end would be, though. David Njoku is a superstar, so he's going to cost too much, I think. We don't have any high overalls that aren't superstar. Hunter Henry, maybe. It's not really moving the needle a whole lot. Oh, TJ Hawk. Okay, so we almost get this with just a double up. So we are hurting our quantity a bit, but through our past Madden simulation tests, haven't really seen depth matter too much. So We should be fine. 3.5 minutes left. Still a lot to do. We still have 3 first-round picks you got to get rid of. We need at least 1 more lineman. DTs are fine. I think edge is fine. Linebacker could use a massive upgrade. So could corner. I think corner is our biggest positional need, though, right now. So we are going to look for a high overall normal if possible. You know what? I like Denzel Ward. They usually let him go pretty easily. Might be able to get 2 here. Do we have anything else? Joke. He's not bad. Okay, we could probably get Joke, but let's actually keep that second first-round pick if possible. I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, we're going to have to get rid of that second first-round pick, which, again, is going to make me want to triple up, if you will. Delpit, it's not really an improvement at safety for us. Tevin, just in case we don't get someone else. Oh, crap, we can't afford it? Oh, wow, we're broke. Broke as a joke. No? Okay. 1 million with like 2 minutes to spare. We're going to have to find some salary cap guys that are costing us a lot. Suomalu is one of them. So 1, 2, 3 linemen. What? Did I actually trade someone away? Wait, I'm so confused. Did I trade a lineman away? I swear to God we had better than that. Don't really need 3 DTs that bad. We got to get rid of Suomalu, though. Like, he is too much. Slay as well. All right, that'll save some money, but we're down to 2 minutes left. Linebacker is still a pretty big need for us. We did get a corner, so we're fine there. Okereke is actually not bad. Oh, Lloyd. We're just going for players only. Oh, we actually almost got him straight up. Huge. Huge. Huge trade. That's too much, but I don't care. We're going to move it. We're going to move it. We only got 2 minutes left. I can't really take time. I'm not even going to be able to use that anyways, probably. I just need a quick update on what we have because I need more linemen. All right. 3 linemen we have, so we need more linemen. I can live with the linebacker unit we have, but we also don't need all of them, so we'll trade those guys off. We could use a strong safety / whatever. So O-line, anyone at all. Let's go right guard, actually. What's a team with multiple O-line that we can afford? Jets, maybe? Jalen, I don't really like Simpson too much. They're not going to trade me Membu. Where are we at? Oh, my Lord. I don't even know if we're going to get AVT. We're not. Crap. Who's an old lineman? We're down to a minute. Damn, that really jumped on us. We could go with the 2 Panthers guys. We can't afford them. How much is who? I don't know what that means. All right, we get Damian Lewis at least. We have 55 seconds left. We still have at least 1 first-round pick. Let's throw all the draft picks on there. We need a safety. It's at least, we'll keep Elliott. We'll get a new free safety. Corner, linebackers, fine. Edge, you could probably get rid of Herbig. We'll go for a best safety possible. We are missing maybe a lineman as well. So safety, who's like an older safety with good overall? Could go Brandon Jones. He's not really older. Let's go Brandon Jones and a lineman. McGlinchey, Miners. I doubt we get Bowles, but I got to throw the trade on there, get a chance. Oh, we can't afford them. We can't afford anybody. Oh, crap. Cheap safety, cheap safety. Ah, the Packers aren't even a team that are good for this. Ah, crap. Oh. Boom. Okay, not my favorite trade. One of the biggest over trades of all time, but at least we get a safety. We did not get the lineman we wanted, though. Let's see what team we landed. That was kind of fun. Even with easy trades, we did not land a perfect team, and we still left a few holes. All right. But here's the team. I don't know how good of a team we actually built here. 86 overall. I mean, the Steelers are a good team, but they're not like the most stacked roster of all time. So, yeah. Of all the things that we didn't replace, though, left tackle. How did we do this to ourselves? Either way, wide receivers look good. Running back looks good. Tight end looks good. O-line looks better. Quarterback's the same. And then defensively, this is where we kind of put most of our focus on, it seems, right? We got a new corner 2 who's great. DT is great. DT3 hopefully doesn't matter too much. Linebackers are way better. A new safety, not really changing much there. But, you know, we made a lot of trades. They weren't the biggest trades in the world because it is still hard, even on easy, which that sounded weird to say. But let's see it. We're going to have the KC offense on with the Steelers defense. We're going to keep it consistent with the Chiefs offense if we do a bunch of these going forward. Either way, let's see it. Is this a complete failure and this doesn't even get uploaded, or are we in the playoffs? And here we are headed to the playoffs. It looked pretty good. The Ravens looked very good, but we looked pretty good ourselves. We'll take a look at these stats, see if we did make the playoffs. We did at 10-7. Now, the craziest part is, at one point in time, we were like 7-3, I believe. We fall all the way down to the 6th seed. Of course, no funny business, which I absolutely have a reason to win and force win. But yeah, look at this. 4 of the last 5 games we lost. And some of those teams, you know, their records weren't the best, even though some of the names are good. Some of the records weren't the best, but either way, Aaron Rodgers, 35 touchdowns, 13 picks, 4,300 yards. Kenneth Walker, though, this Chiefs scheme did not do him justice. Peckins was great. Hawkins was great. Metcalf was all right. Roman Wilson was pretty good for the slot receiver. Blocking, it's always going to be bad no matter what. Pass rush, T.J. Watt, 24 sacks, 9 for Hayward. Only 5.5 for Highsmith, though. Leonard Williams with 4.5. Picks, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Kicking, really good, but should be better for Boswell. And then Waitman, 51.7 with no kick return touchdowns or punt return touchdowns. Yearly awards, MVP, where was Rodgers? He made it all the way up to 6, which is actually not bad at all. Looking at the award wins, though, TJ Watt, of course, wins Defensive Player of the Year. No rookie award wins for us. Best QB all the way up to 5, which is not bad. Looking at running back, no. Wide receiver at 2. O-line, no. D-line, number 1 overall. Best linebacker, I guess, Aluakun was free to do what he wanted without Lloyd there. Again, you know, Lloyd's all the way down to 7, so there's that. Maybe we traded for the wrong one. Kicker, number 9. So, not the best for yearly awards, but we made the playoffs. 10-7 versus the 9-8 Texans. We'll go in and watch, but we are not going to be playing any snaps. It's supposed to be a full sim experience, even though I know this is going to make me want to rip my hair out, because it's going to be like, why? Just get a first down. All right, going to the end of the game, 7-0. Not a bad start. 7-7. 10-7. Not a bad start, but then, you know, kind of slowing down a little bit. Texans with a field goal. It's 13-10. Still 13-10. Come on, Steelers. Give me one playoff win. And wow, the defense is going to have to hold on, as there was just no scoring. But again, they hold on, 13-10. Headed to the divisional round. Aaron Rodgers, not his best performance, but not as bad as C.J. Stroud either. So there's that. Defense, you know, pretty good pass rush from both sides. More from the Texans side, believe it or not, though. Picks from both sides as well. But hey, got a playoff win on the road. That's not bad. To the divisional, taking on the Bills, who were actually struggling all year long. 87 overall versus 87 overall. They're 9-8, so we did win more than them in the regular season. All right, going to the end of the game, 3-0, 3-3, 10-3. Not a bad start. I mean, the Bills' defense, they are very good in sim. It is hard to even get like 15 to 20 points. Don't know why I said 15 points. Like, that's a common score. It's like one of the rarest scores you can get. 19-3. And wow, this Steelers defense has been lights out. 19-3, moving on to the championship round. I got to say, could not really start with a better success rate so far for this speed rebuild. You know, going to the championship round. Dude, I can't believe how good this defense is, because that offense was horrendous. But yeah, Boswell even missed a kick. I don't know how we won, dude. This defense just locked down so damn hard. Good work, dude. That actually is pretty impressive. And now to the championship round again. I would consider a speed rebuild championship round visit a dub automatically, as somehow the Raiders are here. They're going to upset us as well. Watch. But yeah, really good. Not bad. Got ourselves a snowy one on top of it. This would be such a devastating loss. Seems right to left is us, but we just can't get in the end zone. And they're the ones who get the first score, 6-3. That's more points than the Bills scored already. 13-3. This offense has done literally nothing. This offense is just not going to score a touchdown. Wow. We are going to lose this one 13-3 to the Raiders. That is crazy. Rodgers scored 1 touchdown through 3 games, and he threw 4 picks. That is a retirement. That is straight up a retirement. Finishing with a 46% completion percentage. This is a Raiders defense that is not that good. You have one good player, and Herbig got one of the sacks. You have like one good player, and they got. Could they stop at the alarm? We lost. Why are you playing that? I'm crashing out first episode. First rebuild. Of course, still a success. Super disappointment, though. That is ridiculous that they scored 3 whole points against the Raiders. Maybe the Chiefs playbook isn't good. because what the hell is that? I really can't believe how bad they played there. That is actually kind of insane. 3 points. So 1 touchdown, 4 picks on the year in the playoffs for Rodgers, I think. Raiders versus Rams in the Super Bowl. Let's take a look at the team, though, real quick. Just want to see like how they finish. Rodgers gets star dev, and DK Metcalf barely goes up. Pickens went up to 89. You know, I had the base sliders. Didn't change any of that. Don't want any like bonuses or anything like that. Team looks pretty good. I mean, it's an 87 overall plus. Of course, what would the future look like for this team? I don't know, because we can't probably afford half of them. But yeah, a little bit of a lackluster finish despite at least making the championship round. That's still, again, a big win. If you were to take the Steelers right now and sim them all the way through, they probably don't make the playoffs, let alone the championship round. So it would have been lovely to get to the Super Bowl, maybe even win it in the first try. But unfortunately, that is not going to be the case. Rodgers retires, and the Raiders do not win the Super Bowl. So we weren't even the second best team technically. But again, a little bit of a different type of rebuild, different type of video. So if you guys want to see more of these in the future, a little bit of a shorter one too, let me know by leaving a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notification all so you know when the next upload is. Of course, we'll have Panthers franchise a little bit later today. You know, we had to throw a 3 video day in there once in a while. Used to do them all the time. Got to throw one in there here and there. And we'll be back with a regular rebuild tomorrow. And then again, like I said, the start of a new series on Monday. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video,